they're already looking for a job.
So it's like a new platform, it's not here in London.
Job bank.
No, it's here. It's based in here. If when you are registering, you need to select the city, which city you are applying. Then hopefully they can divert at that the location.
2010 established company, it's 13 years. But obviously they're what I'm trying to get an idea from is, I think, because this company is not new, but they're new to London, you can say maybe.
Yes.
Because they're trying to segment, into the London market because there's a lot of demand here.
Yes.
But obviously they were working in, the Lancashire, what Shai mentioned. And now they're trying to capture. One thing I just want to mention, see, these are systems, like Mr. Kashik mentioned. See, you are at level 6. There are two mindsets, which I want to be very, very clear. There are two mindsets always when you sit here. There's a mindset, there's a read, there's other companies, there's something, there's so many jobs, why would I get it? First thing, you forget about this negative side of it, be positive first thing. Second thing is, Mr. Sashi said, unless you try, then there's no outcome, isn't it? It's absolutely correct, the jobs will be there, you will see it, you have your CV. But are you fully sure your CV is correct? You don't know. So it's a very good point Mr. Tashik mentioned. You don't need to go and pay someone for your CV, you need to make yourself, you can do it. Because the structure you can see here, if you pick up any job role, you'll find out the job responsibilities. Exactly. So you see, your CV should be around this.
Yes.
You need to structure your CV according to this role because I have worked in HR, fortunately, in Marks and Spencer for 2-3 years. And that's what we use to shortlist, Mr. Rashik, in central London. When we receive the CV, we open the job spec, we match it.
Yes.
If it's more matching, more shortlisting.
Yes.
Because companies don't have a time to spend, we don't spend more than 3-5 minutes on the CV, to be very honest. Even I'm telling you 5 minutes more, I think, to be very honest. Maximum 2-3 minutes. We skim. So that's why he's right, when you're preparing your CV, not one CV for all jobs. It will not work. Every company has a different requirement.
Yes.
Maybe even the same role.
Yes.
Sales advisor in this company is different. Sales advisor in a different company is different.
Depends on the nature of the product.
Exactly.
The CV is only to attract them to choose us for interview.
And that's the whole idea
Yes,
you need.
that's it, that's it.
Interview you can prove, but problem is to go to the table.
Yeah.
The biggest issue in market is that you are shortlisted.
Yes.
A lot of people, see, you have a good skill, you can communicate. A lot of people can convince them on the interview table. Problem is when you go there, and issue is they don't call you.
Then you can convince.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, keep sending your CV and you start blaming the system. Oh, there's no job. They just. Problem is you need to look into yourself in a positive way.
Yeah.
Maybe something is lacking in your side.
Yes.
You should have that courage now after doing this degree that you should be able to criticize yourself, please. And it's nothing wrong with that. Otherwise, it will be too late. And to be very honest, as the LTU provision which you are here, you will be graduate.
Yes.
You will be graduate. So we are looking for graduate outcome, and that's why to be very honest, we're doing this level 6 kind of thing.
All the jobs is a graduate level.
Yes, it's a graduate level job. That's the
Even it's not the cleaner job is here. You will not find any cleaner job here. You will not find any the sales assistant job here. It's only as per your qualification level the job is here.
What about a police officer?
Police only cannot do it because it's a direct government recruitment. We cannot recruit here. We cannot offer this kind of. This is the government job. So we cannot offer the government job here.
Any professor job.
And let me tell you one thing, last thing before we finish, every profession is well respected. This doesn't matter you are a cleaner, your security driver, your security. But the point here is to understand is, listen very carefully this thing. In your life you go to the different stages. It exactly applies when you have kids. You want you to grow yourself at some level, isn't it? So if you started your journey on foundation level and you were working as a sales advisor, to be very honest, if I see you as a successful person, you should be at least a manager on this level
That's
now. If you don't do that, the problem is there are two side effects of it. If you don't try, first you will lose your own motivation. Because at some point of your life, you need to see your growth. If today maybe you're so busy, you're young, you're not realizing it. But when the economy is changing, this hit will be very strict. And we don't know whether you'll be able to cope with that. And that's the whole idea. You need to try to switch. I know it's difficult to switch the job. We know that. We all know that. But to be very honest, if you have a potential and you have some skills, and you think you should go in with some companies, you should try. There's no risk. If you can't take risk in London, where are you going to take a risk?
No risk, no.
This city is to take a risk, isn't it, Mr. Zai?
Yes.
Because if you take a risk, there are opportunities there. But if you don't take it today, when are you going to do it? And that's why, to be very honest, in this, we're doing this, and we will do more as well.
Yes.
The more you study this system, and the only way is when you register it.
Yes.
So the more you read, I think you will learn a lot.
Yes.
And the good thing which I think I really liked one thing, like it's not just job advertisement, there's a tracking as well.
Yes.
So they can, they apply for job,
they can go to
track.
access your application. As soon
What is
as
the
you-
status?
Yes. You can track it here, and even you can call the employer. You will get the employer details. Okay.
Wow.
You will get the employer email address, because you will get the one ID, the which number you have got the application, individual application ID number. Then you will track the things there.
This is unique, you know. Otherwise you don't contact company unless they contact you.
Yes. So they will contact with you. You don't need to contact to them. They will contact with you. Okay.
So we have, for example, if we have a job at the moment, do we need to hide it because they will say, oh, she is already working somewhere? I mean,
That's fine. If you are working that
Yeah,
proof that
job
your CV,
recruiters.
if that you are working that level, you want to get promoted or you want to transfer your skill. You
yeah, but
have
if you are
enough
like,
skill.
if you cannot be promoted anymore, if you like at the top.
No. Promoted means
Do we
you are
need to
promoting
hide it?
yourself.
Ah,
I want to
okay.
get promoted myself because I am qualified.
Because they
Then I
will,
can-
they will say, oh, she wants to change the job, that means that she's not a good worker.
No. Don't think negative one.
Yeah.
Because you are changing because of you are looking for transfer your skill, or you want to learn something new, or you want to change your remuneration. You are looking for the different remuneration, different package. That's the thing you have to be in your mind, that I am not transferring or I am not changing the job only for the. Don't let employer to change the
You
job.
know why I'm asking? Because I have a friend, and she was a company owner, and she couldn't get a job. The moment she deleted that from her CV, she started getting a job. Because you know what they want? They were thinking, oh, she's already an owner. We don't need those.
No.
Because they want someone that will.
She didn't display properly. She shouldn't say she's the owner. There's no owner of
Yeah,
the
that's why how we do that.
No,
and
if
how
You
we
say our
hide that.
responsibility
Yes.
rather than ownership.
That's why, you know that what they are looking for day-to-day tasks. Anybody can be owner of the company,
Yes.
but he or she is doing directly involve the company day-to-day activity or not. If you are doing activity, then explain in the CV that this is the thing, this is the company, I am holding the position, and I am doing this daily activity in this company. That will be your skill that you
Yeah,
have
they will
done.
say, oh, but she already has a company. She will be distracted from, because what you gonna do with this company? You gonna delete it, or if you're owner, you know why what they're gonna think? They will think that
You
you
don't need
work.
to say owner, you will write down the
Yeah,
job
how to
title.
do it.
Or only write the job title. What job, what position you are
Don't
holding.
say you're owner. Owner is not a title.
Okay, what is the job title then?
So you tell me.
You have to
Her
select the
title.
job,
What
which
is
job
her
you are working that company,
Is
which
it that
position.
she is a CEO, she's a managing director,
Yeah, so what do you put your CEO? What?
then it makes sense. People will shortlist you. Because CEO means certain job responsibilities.
Yes.
Owner means what? It's like a shop. So owner
Yeah,
is
but
very
in that
important how
case,
you
they
tell
will
them.
say she won't be. You know what I was thinking, because they will say she already has like a good job. She doesn't. She's not gonna come here. Or maybe she will be always
No,
distracted from
companies
home.
don't think that way.
No. Company who is looking for staff.
They always hate people.
For fresh, I mean, for young
Whatever
people
is
without-
whatever skill you have, if the skill is matching to the position, what they are looking, they will take you.
We have part-time jobs, a lot of part-time jobs.
No, this is the full-time job.
Always. I mean,
All full-time job.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Graduate job is always full-time.
No.
Graduate job is always full-time. If you are self-employed, then you can do the reduce your hour, part-time, full-time, whatever. If you are self-employed. But graduate level job, if you are looking for 18 to 25,000 salary, all are graduate level full-time job.
Yeah, this is how the economy is moving now.
Yes, this is the starting job. If you are experienced, then you can move on next. Up to 100K, 200K is up to you. How much you are experienced, what is your capacity, what you are looking for, what you can give it to that company. It's completely up to you.
Then it's like full part-time hours available. So some
Yeah, depends on full time. They mention a full time partner. Depends on you.
Let me tell you one thing. In my experience, Ashik, sometimes you go for full-time job. It happened with me so many times in my life.
how many jobs did you change?
No, but reason is, no, because I like it.
Okay.
I like to work with different people. That's my nature.
That's it.
So that's it. How it is.
And that is also learning.
Yeah, successful people work with different people. That's
Yes.
fine. So the challenge is not that. Problem is you need to keep this thing out from your mindset now. That if I'm applying for full-time job, oh, it's a full-time job, ignore it. Don't do that.
Ah,
Apply for it.
yes.
Test yourself.
Yes.
Are you okay? Because if you don't apply, you don't know who are you.
Yes.
Apply for it, get it. Don't do that. But at least test yourself. Because there's so many occasions it happened. I went for an interview. I went for a full-time job. On the last minute, they shortlisted me, and the company I said, but I can do only part-time. I said on the last minute, they changed the role for me
Yeah, they can.
because they knew that
Because
they really need
yes,
me.
they need you.
But you can convince them on the last minute,
Ah.
not in the starting.
Then you
This
can
is another
negotiate.
technique.
Then you can negotiate.
So that's
even,
how it is.
Even you can negotiate the salary
Yes.
after
So
selected.
so many things.
Then both party win situation, win-win.
When company realize you are important,
Yes.
they will change things for you.
Yes.
But they don't want to lose you.
But before that level go, you need to be qualified, you need to
Of
be
course.
that level, then only you can do negotiate.
Yeah.
Self-confidence.
Yes,
That's
everything.
the whole idea of this.
You
Everything.
know what, I always think, if someone can do it, why can't I? I mean, I can.
Yeah.
If someone who can do it, I can do it as well. I mean, there is nothing that I cannot do
No,
if I want.
You know the graduate level means that
I mean,
you need
that's
to
how
do-
I think
you
always.
need, even graduate level job we can do it from home. If you have a capacity, if you have knowledge, if you have skill, you don't need to go to office.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
That people
But the
the
part-time
skill
cop-
the skill you have, the company is looking at that skill. Because you fulfill the company's skill. So company does not mind to pay to you, no problem. They can
Yeah,
pay
there
you.
are lots of jobs now that are remote.
Yes. Lot of, because the COVID is there, after COVID everything has been changed. Everything has been changed. And first thing, sorry, finalize. The things is here have to be must IT literacy skill must. Digital skill must have to be, you have to adopt. Most of the job is looking for all of the system is now the full digital now. All the data has been structured to the stored all digitally, communication digitally, email correspondence, all everything is digital.
So we need to upgrade always because
No, you need to learn.
the time.
If you have a shortage, you can try to learn how you can cover the skill.
This is how you work and this is how you live and develop countries.
Yes.
You
yeah,
need
but that
to
the
update
problem is
yourself
that
regularly.
it's developing so